folks? How y'all doing today? It's me, your friendly neighborhood stately, and this must be City Skylines then. Welcome to the fair town of good intentions where, well, today we have an exciting episode of bit of this, bit of that lined up. I want to spend today's episode looking at infill opportunities so we can get our population up a little bit without creating too much more infrastructure. I want to look at all of our services and make sure everything's running optimally, check out our industrial zones, see what can be done there. So like I said, bit of this, bit of that. But for starters, what I think we need to do here is look for some areas where we can get some more residential and commercial zones down without creating a whole lot in the way of new infrastructure. Looking at this, I'm thinking maybe we can put down some high density residential in a couple of these little pockets here. Let's check the noise pollution levels and see if that's doable. This doesn't look too bad, right? I think we shouldn't have too much trouble putting something down here. This is worse, but here should be fine. So let's put down a little high density area here. And what I think we can do, I don't know how that ended up getting zoned, but not a cause for concern, is we can put down a couple little cross streets here. And I think just a regular road should do the trick. We'll go out to, say, here, and then we'll go out here, and here. Not quite, I kind of screwed that one up. And then we'll do the same thing on this side. Go out maybe to... My biggest concern here is the noise levels, so I probably don't want to be quite that close to the freeway. But here should be okay. We can go out on both sides. Same concept. Like that. Check the water supply. Water supply is good. And pop down some high density housing around here. Like that. See how that fills out. Hopefully that'll support a fair number of people. There's no use zoning that, is there? It's like a separate block. And traffic shouldn't be too much of an issue here, so I think we can just fill that in and move on. We have a lot of high density here, and we have some infill opportunities here, but I'm kind of saving this area for a potential mall at some point. Yes, like a real old-fashioned 1980s mall. I haven't been to a mall in forever, but I know they still exist. Okay, let's flatten the terrain here a little bit and see if we can get slightly more realistic zoning. That's this button. Well done, Stately. You need to close. You need to go to, I don't know, something like that. And you can go like that, and we'll do this. Yeah, the problem here is pretty much that this road is kind of on a steepish slope. So let's raise it up a little, not too much. Just enough to kind of spread the love, so to speak. And then we'll try to smooth it out horizontally. You can be more or less horizontal like that. That looks credible. Good enough for a little more residential at least, right? We probably don't need that power line anymore. So I'm just gonna delete it first and ask questions later. Then we'll do that. Very nice. Okay, let's pop down a little path. As you are all aware, I like to promote alternate forms of transportation, and in a lot of cases that means squeezing in little bike paths in places where we can't really fit a road. I was trying to demolish the boulder. Like that. Beautiful. And let's see how quickly that fills in. I'm betting it'll go pretty quickly. And somebody's going to have a nice boulder in their backyard. We're making money right now, but it's been vacillating between making and losing money pretty hard. And that's kind of why I want to do something about it today. Give ourselves a slightly more robust foundation, so to speak. That's probably not going to be a very popular area, but it is cheap, as in we can slap something down there with no real drawbacks. What about this area? How's that coming along? None of it's very high value, but it does seem to be filling in just fine. Our population is increasing. We're about to hit where we were before we tore down that big residential area that used to be here. So for commercial, this area here, we don't really have a leisure zone in Squirrel Grove. If we look at the zoning here, we have our park, we have our trailer park here. This area is separate, but nothing special. Nothing here is specifically marked for leisure. So I'm thinking maybe this section here would be suitable for that. And what we can do is we can put a couple of roads down and just run them through here. Assuming that nothing gets in the way. Well, then we'll do it this way. That's fine too. And we'll do a few of those. It's going to be hard to keep these things parallel because I keep getting the supports for the subway in the way. And then we'll do one more. Maybe not. Traffic here is pretty heavy, and that might not be a good idea. So we'll do that. Let's go ahead and zone this. This whole area is currently part of... What is this part of? I can't really tell which zone this is currently in. But whatever zone it's in, we can just take it out carefully. Like that, and then we'll create a new commercial zone. So, hello, Johnny. That's just about right. Oh, check it out. We got a couple of academic works at Confound U, and we are now recognized. Excellent. 960 students, and we can make a cafeteria, a fountain, a gymnasium, and an outdoor study area. Cool. All right. Couple of academic works. We've got the Colossal Complex and a concept of a building that can store electricity to its big batteries. Great. Keep up the good work, guys. All right. Leisure. Check. And let's go ahead and see what policies we need to support that. We'll have recycling and recreational use. We're not doing free public transport because money's money, but we will throw in free Wi-Fi. Automatic sorting, book fairs, blah, blah, blah. No, we're good. All right, let's put down some zones. And we lost a lot of zones here when we started putting in the crossroads. But that's okay. At least they're parallel and they don't look too bad. Maybe we should have a little bit of high density here and there. Is this a police station? That's a fire station. All right, that's good. Totally in favor of fire stations. Slap down some high density commerce here. I love it when the blimps come by while I'm editing stuff. It makes me happy. I'm weird that way. Should we have the high density stuff here instead of like in the side roads? I think that might make more sense. I think that makes a lot more sense actually. Not all of it per se. But stuff like this, that can definitely be high density. I'm gonna keep it chill here because again, lots of traffic here and we don't want to create more traffic on the roundabout if we don't have to. But this side we can definitely convert some of this stuff to high density, including the corner here and even this, to be honest. And then we'll put down some low density in the middle. Maybe stick to the 3x3s mostly, and we'll put in a couple of places where we can have 4x4s. Just don't want to like overpack it too much. And I'm wondering if we need more parking or better public transit to get here. But this is good infill. This should help. People can park on these roads. I'm tempted, though. Let's see, what is the parking situation here? We have a lot of parking over here, but I don't think people are too likely to want to use that. And we have not much parking in the direct vicinity. There's a little lot here, and some people can park on the streets. What are these guys doing? Yeah. It's a little slow. I mean, this is obviously a bit of a disaster. But it is still moving along, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. No major cause for concern here. Let's pop down a parking garage. We have a couple. We have the standard parking garage for 40 a week, and we have the medium parking garage for 80 a week. Yeah, I don't think it matters too much. What does matter is where we put it, I think. And maybe here would be just fine. I'm tempted to put another metro station here. Okay, so this is starting to fill in. It's pretty slow. Our commercial demand has just gone straight down to 0. That's a little disappointing. If we do put down a subway station here, it's going to be hard to find a location because we kind of want a crossing between the main line here and a 2-lane side road. And as you can see, these are all 4 lanes, and I don't know if they'll even fit. What's this guy's major malfunction? I mean, really? You can't make money there? That's prime real estate, dude. Look, if you can't work it out, I'll get somebody who can in there. Okay, so our demand is primarily for residential and a bit of industrial now. Are we short on power? Should I not have cut the power line? No, we're actually short on power. Well, Okay, nothing to do about it except for more power. More power! And I have a lot of billboards. I didn't realize I had this many billboards. I've got these cool power substations. They don't really do anything though. So let's see what we can do to increase our power production. We have 811 out of 766. That's not horrendous. And I need to look at the upkeep because obviously I'm trying to make money. Oh, look at that. We're making 20,000 a week now. Maybe I don't have to worry quite so much about the upkeep as I thought. So the oil plants is kind of what I've been building lately. Oh, these are all coal plants. I didn't even realize that. So what would be a good place for a new oil power plant? I'm going to pause the simulation for a second before things start becoming abandoned due to lack of power. This area up here is kind of a power producing area. And then back here we also have some power things going on. But I don't know if it would be a great place to pop something else in. Let's give it a go though. This seems appropriate. What we can do is, well, in theory we can just slap it along the road here. It's just that the road isn't particularly straight. Maybe we should put down a straight road instead then. This might be a terrible idea, but I think we can just do this. Straight line. Turn on the snapping. Start it here. Go like that and like that. And that should give us enough space for an extra power plant. Ah, shoot. Oh, well. I think that'll be okay. Yeah, we got like a energy generation zone going on here, which is kind of cool. Let's oh, that's not good. Huh. I didn't realize these dirt roads were partially transparent, I guess. Strange. Doesn't look great. I'm not a huge fan. So maybe it's time we upgrade these roads. We'll take something like this. Still just a very simple road with no road markings or anything. Okay, that's not even identifiable as a road. We'll use this. There we go. Okay, and that should solve our citywide power problems for the foreseeable future. Now, while we were doing that, like I said, this is kind of maintenance day. I saw that our cemeteries here were full, so instead of closing them down, emptying them out, and starting over, we will put down a few new ones. Hello? That's not what I was trying to do. Okay, so what do we got? We got the ancient cemetery, which is a decorative thing. We have the default cemetery, and then we have cemetery number 2 from the workshop. And we'll do one of the defaults and one of cemetery number 2. We'll loop that road back together. And we'll leave it be for now. Well, we can now start emptying these. And hopefully we'll be able to alternate between them. This guy doesn't even really need to be here anymore. I was talking about looking for some infill. This would be a good place for some residential infill, I think. Definitely don't need those anymore. So let's see, we'll go ahead and put down a little something here. We'll run a few straight connectors. All right, stop snapping. Just give me the angle. Don't give me that shite. This one should be easy enough anyway. And for this one, we'll do... We don't really need to do anything because there's hardly any zonable area back here, so we'll do nothing. When in doubt, nothing is often the best thing to do. Shoot. Try this again. You guys, not sure why you're not already green, but go ahead and be green. See, this is what I mean by disproportionate houses. The 3x3s, these are like multifamily apartments, and this thing just looks like it's built to a different scale. That, well, I find it irksome. Water pumping station. We're still good on water. We're running a little low on sewage treatment. That might need some attention soon. But for now, again, it's fine. And that should give us some more residential there. We have demand for industry, which we can best fill with offices. This area here has been fallow for a while. We've never really come up with anything cool to do with it, so maybe now is its time. Let's say we run a road out from here. Well, let's move the billboard. I mean, we could demolish it, but I'm going to move it. And then we'll use a regular 2-lane. We'll go out to, say, here and over to right about there. And we'll put some offices down. Just like that. And this area at the front here, we don't have a lot of demand for commercial right now, but this is clearly an area where we'd want commercial buildings. No. Nope. I'm trying to move this guy. Put it down over here. I should do more billboards. I kind of like them. They add a bit of style. Well, I guess a bit of realism is a better way to put it. All right, these fences have to go. Obviously, they don't serve much of a purpose anymore. And there we have it. I know it. I'm a little surprised at how quickly this is filling in, to be honest. I didn't think they'd be quite that popular. I don't want to connect these because this is a bus-only lane, but we can do a path. Whoa, yikes. Let's move this around a little and see if we get a better setup. That looks pretty good. Okay, this area here, I guess we've pretty much started filling this entire area out, so there's no reason not to do this. Fine, it has to go. Whatevs. There's another thing I wanted to look at here. We're short some high schools. This is probably not a good place for a high school, though. I mean, this corner is too small, obviously. Here, we'll put some small shops here. And then we'll allow for some larger things here. But we'll keep it kind of open. No water. Yeah, that's a problem. There you go. All right, our population is already up to 42,000. It looks like there's plenty of room for infill here. I kind of want to not make any major changes to this central area. Oh, that looks cool. When did I put those there? So I'm going to leave that be. I haven't put much on this road just to alleviate traffic because we have all of the buses coming through here and the trams, and it's already busier than I'd like it to be, so we'll leave that. We've got some infill potential here. We can put something opposite the school. I think commercial would be appropriate here, like that. What else? Up here. I have no idea why this isn't zoned. None whatsoever. So, I like to zone it, zone it. I like to zone it, zone it. Alright, that's enough of that. And what else do we have here? I guess we can put down some offices along the road here. Residents don't seem to mind offices as much as they do commerce. So I feel pretty comfortable popping down some office space here. And down here, this seems to me like it would be a fairly high value area, being right here by our tourist zone. So maybe we'll pop down some more. Oh, that's odd. I guess I rezoned these and never quite fixed that. Would it be appropriate to have some high-density residential here? I don't see why not. Let's do a big residential building there. And we'll fill that in. This corner here, I could put something there. I'm not going to just yet because I feel like... Whoa. What is going on? Didn't I just build a new power plant? Is this not connected? If this isn't connected, I will have spent a lot of money building power plants there for nothing. Here, let's take a look at our electric power. And this is clearly connected. This one, oh, that goes up to the water tower because this guy has a separate water facility. And then it goes from there to all the way down to here. And from here, it hooks up to the main grid. Here, I'm not sure why I was looking at those power shortages. It's fine for now. I'm a little surprised at how quickly the electric consumption shot up. Yes, I get it. I've been expanding, but still, that's a little crazy. How's our nightmare interchange doing? Well, not great, but it's not like everybody's jammed up. It seems to be going just fine. So whatever, it's all good. This area here, I've thought about doing something with this. The terrain is challenging. Let's just say the terrain is challenging. But put some offices down here and here and here. What's the deal with this fire station? I guess it's just a traditional classic fire station design. We have this high density here. It's kind of spread out. I could make it a little more compact, but I don't think I'm going to. What I'll do instead is put down a small loop here, and we'll put down a little more high density. Not a lot of room. I mean, I can put a few things down, but it's not going to be crazy impressive. Well, let's just see how it fills out. It's filling out fast. People definitely want to live there. No complaints from me. And, all right, we'll do a little bit of commerce here as well. Our demand is kind of just staying high. That's, to a degree, reassuring. Excuse me. Some more offices, I think. I don't know if this is technically on the university grounds. I don't think it matters too much. We can't really expand this much farther than we already have. Okay. And we're already up to 42,000. We're gaining a lot of population here as a result of all of these measures. What about here? This area here looks like it could easily be suitable for some nice housing. Let's take maybe this, and we'll go out to, again, not too far, we'll just do a T intersection. I don't even think we need that big of a road for this. Is this going to be a problem? I'll worry about that when the time comes to worry about that. Here's what we'll do. Take this, we'll run it out to right about here. Then we'll go off to the side in both directions. Is that the same length? Well, if it isn't, it's close enough. Let's flatten things out a little bit here because this is pretty severe. So we'll do this. And I think that should do just fine. Make sure there's water. There is not yet, but there can be. And we'll slap down some towers here. Not quite centered. Shoot. I need to make this side one section longer. Honestly, might be easier to just do this. There we go. And that leaves us some room here for maybe a park. I think a plaza is something that would make the ocean view nice. That's too big. This, however, is not too big. We just need to manually center it like that. Okay, let's fix our power lines here, just in case. I mean, just in case it's not otherwise connected. Let's get the simulation going again. Parking is not really available here. So we'll go ahead and put down some kind of parking lot. These are complaining about electricity, but so close. You know what we can do is we'll just put down a couple of shops over here. Nothing too big, a couple small shops here by the entryway. People will like that once they start filling in. That'll jump the power over here too. Okay, so parking. Let's see what we can do parking-wise here. I do have like some pre-made parking lots here that can maybe go. Huh. I mean, this works. This not so much. I wonder if I can rotate him. Let's try that again. Well, what I can do, I'll bet you. Run a little side road there and then pop in the parking lot. Like that. And then the question is, if I delete this road, will the parking lot become unzoned? It doesn't really look like it, although it does look kind of weird here. I wonder if I can fix that with the terrain tool. I mean the brush tool. I cannot. That's just the way it flies, I guess. Okay. I'm just kind of experimenting with different parking options right now because I'm a little tired of constantly having to make those complex parking lots. But I might not have much of a choice because this is iffy. Also, nobody seems to be using them. Okay, we'll leave one of these in. Actually, we'll take them both out. Yeah. And we'll do a legit parking lot. I gotta flatten stuff out before I do that, though. What have we got here? Bigger brush. And gotta move this back so it's as flat as it can reasonably be. And if I wanted to do this right, I should move the power lines, but I'm not going to do that because I'm lazy. So for now, this will do well enough for what we have in mind. The parking road will go back here and pop this down, turn all of the frickin' snapping off, including this snap to node option, and put it right up against the road. All right, anarchy, engage. So this is why you can't put them quite that close together. But if we stretch this out, yeah, nope, I blew it. Well, maybe not. Let's see. Get this down to right about here, and it still looks like a normal road. Straighten that out there. And just move a couple of nodes. Hello? Okay, turn that off. And move this node down until it matches that node. There. Look at that. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to have to move this node down a little bit too. But we should be good now. And it looks like it'll fit an 8x2 beautifully, which makes actually setting things up a lot easier. Although it's not quite the right size. There's going to be a little gap. No big. Okay, parking sorted. And this has already started filling in, so that's great. Let's asphalt this up a little bit. Just to get rid of the weird gaps. And I don't know. There should feel like there should be some fencing back here or something. Let's see what we can do to prevent these poor guys from walking off a cliff. I know there's a couple of different low fences. There's the nature reserve fence and park fence might be appropriate here. So we'll just do this. And this is for your own good, guys. I know you all want to go lemmings off that cliff, but not happening today. And then here, yikes. I mean, this is like designed so you can roll into the water from there. We need to flatten it, basically, is what I'm saying. So we'll take this and we'll go like this. Just get this whole thing, if not perfectly flat, then at least reasonably flat. And it looks like I can't quite get it completely flat because this building's too low. But raise that building a bit. That might help. Not quite. But it's definitely better. Okay, so we had fencing. We'll use hedging here just to give a bit of variety around the plaza itself. Although that'll kind of ruin the view. Oh, city planner problems, the lot of them. Come on, give me your hedge. Give me your best hedge. Straight line from there to... Oh, why are you being so difficult? From there to here. Not quite. Let's move that just a little bit. Oops. Put that back where I found it. Yeah, you asked us to move the hedge, and we accidentally moved the entire park. I hope you don't mind. Yeah, I mind. Here, stately grunt. Grunt, stately grunt. Jeez, I'm just making it worse, aren't I? Whatever, we got some cracked asphalt there. Not the end of the world. Is this a problem? Have I created a bunch more traffic here now? I don't know that we need a stoplight there. And if we do, it should have a dedicated left turn signal. Okay, how are we doing? We're already up to 43,000, and it would appear that our money issues are going pretty well. So now our university doesn't have enough power. We're definitely short on power again. All right, so be it. Let's see what we can do. We can find a nice windy spot over here on the shores of oily fields, which is appropriate because this isn't land I can really use for much else. And we'll put down a couple windmills. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Move these guys up the slope just a little bit. Maybe not so much because moving them seems to do a number on the terrain underneath them, so we'll just place them again. Just a little bit farther up the slope. It also looks like farther up the slope has better wind. Hopefully that'll do it. Don't see any issues here. All right, so confound you. We are recognized now, and that means it's time to do some expanding. Let's see what we can build here. University campus area. All right, so we've done the dorms. We've got the study hall and the groundskeeping and the soccer club. I mean the footsie club. Got an outdoor study area we can build, a gymnasium, cafeteria, and a fountain. Okay. So for starters, I kind of regret placing this here. I think we'll move it to here. And that clears up the park. Cafeteria, if anywhere, should be close to the dorms, so we'll pop that down there. The gymnasium, I'm not sure where the gymnasium needs to go. None of the other good stuff yet. Let's see. Outdoor study area. Can we... Oh, that looks like it'll fit just fine right in the middle here. Look at that. It's as if I designed it to go there. How very pleasing. Oh, that's really nice. I'm not even kidding. That looks perfect. And there was the... we did the gymnasium. We did the cafeteria. A fountain. Yeah. Well, we'll worry about the fountain later. Although I do need to obviously get the attractiveness up, and that kind of involves slapping down everything when it's available. So, study hall, groundskeeping, blah, blah, blah. Did all these. Gymnasium can be... Nothing fits there. Okay. So... This is starting to look more university-ish, at least. I'm a fan of the way this place is starting to shape up. But let's see. So our attractiveness, 330 out of 450. We need to do more to get this above 450. We need 120 worth of attractiveness. So let's see how attractive the fountain is. What we'll do, bulldoze these sections, put the fountain right smack dab in the middle here, like that, and then we'll run the university trails alongside it, assuming I can work out which button to press. We'll use these guys. And we'll go like, let's get some snapping going here. I want the road guidelines and the angles here. Can we have just 90 degrees without too much trouble, please? Like that. That. What the hell just happened? That's different. Try that again. Okay, and then we'll move these things just a little. I have to be careful with this because when you start moving the actual nodes around, things can get crazy with the connecting bits of road. Okay, good. That seems just about right. Oh, shoot. They're not straight anymore, but I guess that's not a huge deal. How are we doing now? Attractiveness 380 out of 450. We still need something to make this a little more attractive, but I don't know what. We've kind of used everything that's available. We're more than maxed out on students. Do we need more dorms? I mean, I don't know. That student capacity number can't be right. There's no way I only have 800 student capacity. Huh. I might have to look into that and see what's going on. And just to be sure, I haven't unlocked any varsity stuff, right? Oh, I have. I thought these were still locked. So what do you guys think? Is it time to put in one of the big varsity sports things? This would be the place, right? So we have, let's see, 3,000, 3,200, 3,500, 3,800, and 4,000. They kind of progress. I think track and field takes up a lot of space. But I think track and field would be an appropriate thing to put down. We just don't have room for it. I tried so hard to make sure there was enough room for everything, and I still can't fit this stuff. But we're putting in the baseball stadium. Look at that. We're going to have to work on the ground level a little bit. It's kind of in a sunken pit here. Like that should be okay. There's a bit of a slope at the front, but that's no big deal. And then we'll lower this road here a little bit. To make sure that everything's nice and more or less flat. Look at that. Build it and they will come. I love it. Let's see, the Confound You Buccaneers. Can I change that? I want to change that. What shall we call this? Cisco Field. Not Cisco, but Cisco. Ah, here we go. Varsity sports. Team identity. What shall we be? The Eagles, the Lions, the Spartans, the Alligators, the Broncos? Tell you what, we'll do this next episode. Let me know in the comments what the team name should be and which colors we should use, and we'll take it from there. But if I'm not mistaken, our attractiveness is now 460, so that's enough to level up. We have enough students to level up. I was looking at the student count here and confusing it with the student capacity here. So we did just make our whole university much more expensive because we're spending more on the baseball program now than actual education. But that's the American way, so no complaining, please. That would be unpatriotic. But yeah, let me know in the comments what we should name the team and maybe what we should name the field. I'm perfectly happy calling it Cisco Way, but I'm a Star Trek fan, and you might not be, so if you have a better idea, let me know. And you know what we need here? Food trucks. We 100% need food trucks. I think this is maybe normally parking. Oh, look at that. That's awesome. And we'll put one down. Food truck prop edition. Okay, that's something completely different. We need to place this as a prop. Turn on the anarchy, and we'll put this guy. Hello, autosave. Why are you doing this to me? Put this guy over here, and then we'll put down some tables around it. These are good looking tables for a baseball stadium. Oh, they come in colors. like that. Excellent. Can't wait to come and watch a game here against the Westdale Broncos. All right, folks. So that's going to have to... Oh, now we're back in the red. All of our trouble. Get out of the red. We immediately turn around and build a baseball stadium. Yeah, that's going to ruin it. Excuse me. Oh, well. All right, folks, my voice is going, so I'm going to have to end it here. You all take it easy, and we'll see you after the weekend. Remember, tell me what to name our team. All right, folks, it's going to do it. Y'all be good. Have a great weekend. See you next time.